And are we live? I got a weird screen. Oh no, this is strange. I am live. Okay, cool. I got a new screen from Zoom. I don't know why they always do that to me. So weird. All right. Anyway, we are live, guys. But I can't see it. Shoot. I have to go to my own YouTube to make sure. I have to make sure I'm live. No, I'm live. All right, cool. All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Once again, as always, there are some technical difficulties. Hope the audio is good. Everything seems okay. And we are going to go straight to the charts. We may or may not have a special guest joining us for this episode. But we will find out together as a surprise. All right, let's go to the charts. All right, so we are looking at the weekly chart. Based on the weekly chart, this is a very scary looking candle. The candle had a little bit of strength early on in the week, but then since then, that strength has significantly weakened. We're already on Friday, and therefore the end of the week is near. And if this week, especially if this week turns into a bearish candle, meaning it's a red candle, that is definitely problematic. Also, hey, forgot to mention, unfortunately, there was only one private Q&A session this week because of the craziness of Dubai. I will try to make up for that next week, even though there will be craziness in Miami. But if I can get a chance, I'll do a Q&A tomorrow, but that's very unlikely. And on Monday, we'll also give it a shot. But on Monday, I fly back to the United States as well. But I'll try to get more. This is why I haven't opened it up to the general public yet, because I haven't been able to do it this week. Anyway, the weekly chart remains in a bearish posture according to the MRI, and therefore we continue to remain cautious on any bullish momentum. The daily chart is the critical one, and that's the one where I have been stating for several days now, the breaking the 200-day moving average was going to be very, very challenging. And as you can see, we did not break it. We touched it perfectly and now pulled back. So right here, you have this red arrow that I have drawn. We're already in the danger zone of significantly lower lows. You can see already that current candle is about to close at a new swing low of this downturn. And if tomorrow we start trading lower than today's candle, we activate several things. First off, there's going to be a red star candle similar to this one, but a lot more dangerous than this one was. This next red star I would take absolutely seriously. And if there is a red star candle tomorrow, means we're trading below $35,000 on Bitcoin. There is a high probability of significantly lower lows. If we start trading below 35,000 tomorrow, I'm going to be somewhat confident that we are going to go below $30,000 and break this low here. And when would that happen? That would still happen fairly soon. I expect this downturn to finish in June or July. I'm not expecting a bear market. To me, this is still a healthy-ish correction in the middle of a bull market. But as I mentioned a week ago, I did not see 30,000 as any kind of a critical level. There is nothing here. There's nothing to represent support at 30,000. And there's nothing we can do about this upcoming depth cross of the 50 versus the 128. And the next strong area of support is down at 20,000. So if we break below 35,000 tomorrow, 20,000 is certainly on the table. Certainly on the table. For now, I am definitely leaning bearish, but if you did not activate your short trades below 37, I would now wait till tomorrow and consider that around 35 for any short trade consideration. Let's look at the funding rate. The funding rate is not really favoring the bulls much, so there's definitely room to go down. The MACD has not yet crossed over, it remains bearish. The CMF is certainly bearish. And the RSI is the only bright spot here, but of course, things can always go more bearish. Okay. I forgot to check the oscillators on the weekly chart. They look absolutely horrible. Let's not even look. This is the 2-hour chart. Not sure why I'm looking at the 2-hour chart. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart did not break this area for a true breakout. So now what we can do is we can lower this line. Normally I'd put it above the high, but I like the best fit line. It's only breaking these two candles by a tiny little bit. And I remain pretty bearish on this chart because if I extend this critical line, which has existed from before, we are now sitting right at that line. And that, once again, is dangerous. We are on a 6 within the MRI, so there's still a little bit of more downside in the 4-hour scale. How about the 1-hour scale? Everything is just looking bearish. I really have I really have no good news right now. Absolutely no good news. This looks absolutely terrible for the GBTC as well. And I am now lowering this buy line over to the latest swing high. That's the good news. So now we can go into GBTC at a lower price. Bitcoin dominance, I believe this is the low for the year. And let's see what happens the rest of the year. It was a beautiful combination of a weekly MRI and a daily MRI buy. Gold remains looking fairly bullish. So next week, if we break the high of this candle, that's a buying opportunity in gold, even though it is pretty overextended on a weekly scale. What about the daily scale? Unless we're coming up on a daily MRI top, which we certainly could be. No, we hit our daily MRI top and we're now above that. So on Monday, if we are trading above this candle, that's a pretty bullish sign. Oil has broken out to a new swing high, almost, but I remain bullish on oil. S&P, it's almost time to get back into the S&P. I would probably wait till next week at this point. And it's a holiday weekend. One of the first things I was taught by professional traders when I was learning, never trade Never enter trades the day before or the day after a holiday weekend. So we will wait until Wednesday for any entries into the S&P. Okay. What altcoins do I recommend? You must be new here. That's what I recommend. I recommend watching a few more episodes. This is Palantir. Wow, what a candle today. What the hell happened today? Well, if you got in on the MRI buy, which is why this indicator is so useful, you did well. And if you managed to get out earlier today, you did really well. But that's a very bearish candle. And I would not want to be in this thing going into Tuesday because Monday is going to be a holiday. All right, guys. Taproot. Taproot is going to get in. We will close this round at 80% and above. And then next round, we will certainly break the 90% barrier. Oh, I don't know what that was. On the mempool side, this should be a nice weekend to potentially clear the mempool. We're still dealing with 40 set per byte transactions, but I'm optimistic that the majority of the 70 blocks going into this 3-day weekend are going to get processed. All right, guys. We still may or may not be joined by a special guest. Maybe not. If you're looking for more trading education, please check out Learn Trading, which is my free section on Vays.com. For the slightly more advanced education, you can check out the on-demand videos. And for the more advanced version, please take a look at the MRI indicator. All right. I'll go answer your live chat for 1 second. And then we're going to get going. Oh, I got a question in Russian. Oh, boy. That's not easy for me to read. Good evening. Yes. Do I think 100K for Bitcoin this year? I actually do. I still do think that Bitcoin will break 100,000 at some point this year. Yeah, look, I don't support any projects that have coins. No matter how great your business is, if you decided to print your own money or create an unregulated security, I'm not interested anymore because it's too risky. And I question the ethics of that project. I said the same thing to the INX token as well. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next one. No,